And unfortunately, a lot of ways I thought we did play better than we had a week ago, but just not well enough to win. Kind of a similar note in getting close there with about 5 minutes to go in a one-possession game, and just not playing well enough the last 5 minutes to win. With a few defensive breakdowns and a few just poor offensive possessions that had some turnovers, and we just didn't make a basket when we needed to down the stretch. And we had a little bit of that in the first half too, when we were up 22, I can't remember, 13 or 14. And we went 8-9 possessions without scoring there as well. And we just have some droughts right now that hurt us. A couple of them come at the end of the game, and it's cost us. But Iowa played well. They're a very good team. Those guards do a really good job of breaking you down and getting to the basket. And we're excited that they came up, and appreciate the fact that they traveled to Brookings. And we'll be back tomorrow and practicing, trying to figure out how to be a little better.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, you hit on it. It was a mirror or a copy the last 5 minutes of the last game where he had outscored. Do you feel like nobody wants the ball? You know what I mean? Wallene clearly took over. She sort of imposed her will. Is that a problem right now? Somebody who wants to score in those situations?
Well, I think everybody probably wants to score. We just maybe need to find a better way as coaches to get them in spots where they're comfortable or know when they need to be aggressive. And that'll be our task as a staff to kind of evaluate that part of it. I thought Megan took an aggressive shot. 3.5, 4 minutes to go in the corner. She's open, didn't hesitate, looked like she wanted the ball. After that, we looked a bit timid, I thought, but some of that's probably players, but a lot of it has to do with us, really defining where they can be successful and what we're looking for in those situations. So we'll have to take a look at that on our side.
Any thoughts on the defensive rebounding issues? What it was?
Well, Leah's in a boot. That's a big part of it. She's our best rebounder. She gets the offensive glass too. That would be an area where I'm a little disappointed at our team, to be quite honest with you. For as much time as we've spent on it, talked about it throughout this game, 4 offensive rebounds, and I think 3 of them came on one possession, if I remember right. So literally every other possession, we were only able to get 1 offensive rebound. That's a big disappointment. That should be a big sticking point for our team. We're just not rebounding the ball with enough intensity. We're just standing around watching. It's not an athleticism issue. It's not a height issue. It's just a intensity issue. So that's another area I think we'll probably address in practice.
Your thoughts on these 2 home games? Certainly, they're big games, big opponents, quality teams, and yet in both games, do you kind of come away with a weird sense that you lost both, but you're really not that far from either of those teams? Just even player to player, there's not a big gap right now.
Yeah, what I really kind of appreciate about our team is there are 2 uniquely different styles. I mean, Arizona State is all athleticism, just physically trying and beat you up, and get to the basket. A day later, or 2 days later, Iowa, completely different. Great passing, great movement, penetration, great shooters, and we played with both styles. So I think a lot of people look at our team and say, well, SDSU isn't this, and they're not that, and they're short here, or whatever it might be. I don't know. I thought we played pretty well against 2 really good teams and 2 unique styles that are different than the way we play. And I guess my point is, I think that's okay. We've got our own style too, and we just need to play our style much better to beat these teams.
Do you walk away from the weekend? I mean, what's the feeling? You know what I mean? Or does that encouragement outweigh the disappointment of kind of letting 2 that you could have won slip away? Or?
I guess we'll find out tomorrow. We did spend some time in the locker room talking about the fact that feeling sorry for ourselves or feeling down is certainly not going to help us. The answer for us to play better is playing with more intensity. And intensity for us is the kind of effort it takes, but then also the kind of focus it takes, which we lacked a little bit at times. That's the only way that we'll get to playing better basketball. So there's some good lessons here in the fact that we're not playing as well as we want, being tested a little bit. I think our team can respond, and I believe they will. But it's going to have to come because we actually play better, not just because we want to